Hunter, I think sir it is hard timer Madrid for Emma Vinicius Junior enko. Oh, I check. Yeah, Hunter, we understand say at a point in time, I say we come in repeat say at a point in time in Real Madrid, Vinicius Junior carry team
okay.
And still he is carrying it. But Hunter, no crossover one said the hard truth and the reality is that Vinicius Junior is no longer the star boy for Real Madrid.
Okay.
That is just the point. His impact is very good in the team. Heavy. But Hunter, see a star boy is Hunter. Madrid will not project Vinicius Junior ahead of Mbappe.
Okay.
They will not even project Vinicius Junior ahead of Jude Bellingham now per the performance I ordered the World Cup. Mbappe, when he returns to Madrid, the spotlight will be on him very, very well.
Kylian
Mbappe. So you see, Etianta, in as much as said prior to the arrival of Vinicius, a brand new friend Kylian Mbappe, the arrival of players between Jude Bellingham, not Vinicius Junior and the Kitabo Boko of Real Madrid.
Okay.
Were deciding a lot of games their mom several times. That is why Onya that entitlement say I need a certain amount of money. But Hunter, when you look at the current Vinicius Junior and then the first Vinicius Junior prior to the Ballon d'Or, Edema Rodrigo Cascante and Hunter, there are differences, vast difference.
Okay.
The performance level and the consistency level and the kitano before say Ballon d'Or Rodrigo Cascante Hunter, it is not the same consistency the Kita Vinicius Junior now.
Okay.
I am not saying he's a bad player.
Okay.
I am not saying he's not important to Real Madrid. I am not saying he hasn't paid his deal for Real Madrid. But Hunter, no cross them they say Vinicius Junior demanded that amount of money now. Then it means he said still he's the star boy of Madrid.
Okay.
Of which in my books per what I see. And then the dynamics of players in this squad dynamics of Madrid Hunter, I don't see Vinicius Junior as that again.
And the star boy status no ko.
Hunter. No crazy see.
See one star boy.
Oh, Hunter Mbappe star boy. Star boy.
Now even after World Cup no crowd performance that Jude Bellingham according to do a World Cup last year it's going to be Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe.
Okay. So
because a Juma Makwa your World Cup no and na spotlight ne dom so Obia ba Mbappe Obia ba.
On a more serious note, boys need to know this World Cup they've shown.
And
the spotlight is on them.
And Vinicius Junior wasn't too bad at the World Cup.
Yeah, on also but
can say Vinicius Junior from that time Madrid edge back to back. So no count. Oh, start champions. Start so no count, right? Those were the times now or yes star boy anymore. But prior to the Ballon d'Or snap by Edema Rodrigo Cascante, he was perfect.
Back to back three Zinedine Zidane. No. There be no count, right? But Adani had the
Liverpool dear.
Very good. And you bet me say Adia Bako the team Mbappe or Madrid team near the Champions League wins awenya. But Hunter and also Antimi and Merite say see Kylian Mbappe's importance in the team no Odian endorse say no. So you cannot get the same amount of money to him.
Okay.
As compared to Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
And one thing Madrid for him person this kind of money.
No.
Because Hunter, the moment you raise Vinicius Junior's money to 30 million euros a year,
you have to do something.
You have to do something about Kylian Mbappe. You have to do something about Jude Bellingham.
Omo contract extension.
Omo also tum. So that's it. And the answer me sure say even Madrid insiders, they are looking at since the time Abraham Vinicius in end to me Ange Ballon d'Or. The performance since then ever seen na saying. Goals contribution is saying. How many games no one decided? Influence rate is saying. Off the pitch, conduct rate is saying. Nina can walk. And he said, ignore Nina say now you are insisting that means he you want to leave. And I me personally, per me your opinion there, Vinicius Junior, they should allow him to go. They should cast in on the boy.
Okay.
This is the time also.
This is the time. And yes, I say me sign, now I'm losing free. Said Mbappe there.
Because you see, I buy and for the Brepa Barmanekfo.
Hunter, no European top team. What Europe top 5 leagues and the Bemu say a brand different Vini they will go. Even say 150 million of Vinicius Junior teams will rush in. PSG, Man City. Chelsea, more Liverpool, more Arsenal. If they have the money, they will come in for you.
Yeah.
And the answer, Vinicius Junior, dear, yes, he's still important. He is still star boy in some way. But answer, you see, if you walk up nearby, the focus is on Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe. Okay. They are the face of the Madrid team right now.
Okay.
And the only person who push the agenda there, they are pushing Vinicius, Kylian Mbappe for Ballon d'Or. They are pushing Jude Bellingham for Ballon d'Or. What actually? I'm found because of time now already in the camp. And the answer, I think it is time. Vinicius Junior, it is time. Madrid for money call.
Okay.
Needs to go. And also a bad player. And you said the Super is Bonnie. But the senior who said now he is too important, you know. Oh yes, so important but this year there.
Madrid for ni hunisa.
Madrid for ni hunisa. Na say come hunisa and kai ni say scanam dia man.
Come dia man. Okay. All right.
And the answer I think it is time.
Player no say player or kwa can the team survive without him? Many Madrid can survive without Vinicius Junior.
Oh, yeah.
With the squad the go.
Oh,
Madrid can survive that Vinicius Junior.
Okay, Matthias.
Though Ofimwa, the impact will be there.
Oh yeah.
The end that big hole Vinicius in new home, you know, Madrid there brepa. That be in the meaning said they can survive. Ombenya man for boys want to be a. Omo to have fill up the spaces.
Okay. Okay. Be young over
the weekend, Norway won, England too. Now it was a game where Rebecca said. There are two countries in the World Cup. They've been escaping some scares, and they had breaks. The one Argentina, two England, and matches no winning in the hunter. Matches are a narrow escape. Now they are going to meet.
Okay.
And then they are about to and hunter. It was a game and our margins very small. Not Obi said they get two better and saying in Yonko. And enter a gamer, McCarthy said Thomas Tuchel.
Okay.
He has shown in this World Cup that he am the born but we have to grind the results.
Yes. See it to be quiet.
Or see it to be quiet, and that is what Thomas Tuchel is under. I can tell you for a fact that England say Thomas Tuchel the mentality if eventually they end up lifting the World Cup, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
I sat here, I didn't rate them to get to this far.
Okay.
I won't come and lie. Me England man who say so me I always see England say yes they have the squad,
okay.
But hype near too much.
It's coming home.
Yes,
every year. What
you say? But you see, England for they are living up to the hype.
Okay.
One of the players I mean Matra have condemned several times Jude Bellingham say me who talent that man no clearing na me Jude Bellingham embarking the flowers show say ball no ni ball anya kasa tintin dia now hunter possession in the game 48 for Norway 52 for England,
okay,
and then total shot about game Norway about 13 England about 14,
okay.
Shot on target, England about 8, Norway about 4.
Okay.
And there are also big chances. Norway created 1, England created 2 big
That's
chances. Right. Passes are about game 494 out of 577 for my friend Norway, giving them 86% passing accuracy. 568 out of 628 for England, giving them 90% passing accuracy.
Okay.
And then also expected goals for both sides. Norway enya 0.68, England enya 1.04. And then America said the numbers and the stat that came out of the game was very, 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 very small.
Okay.
The margins were small, and not enya they say England yet too better than Norway, and then Norway enya too better than England.
Okay.
But in a game, small margins ebemuno. A tactical brains they decide the games.
Okay.
And at the end of America said Thomas Tuchel is showing everybody said. Coaching on him, coaching. He took over Chelsea in 2020-2021, less than 1 year of the Champions League.
Okay.
And Thomas Tuchel is a serial winner. And nothing as a coach. If I just say go for serial winners, coaches they will not play anything extraordinary, but they will deliver the trophy for you.
Okay.
And that is what Thomas Tuchel is doing. Okay. If eventually Thomas Tuchel is able to get to the final, Santa, we will have a conversation about England maybe lifting the trophy.
Okay.
Because they are capable of doing it per where they got into. Now, Hunter, now you have tactical insight 1 or 2 B. Structural block versus control central access. Hunter, Norway about 4-3-3 and 4-3-3 no almost shift about 4-5-1 defensive block when they are defending and the almost making sure say almost frustrating England for no say almost to me and fat midfield home court.
Okay. Because
the moment they will translate 4-3-3 the moment you are bringing the ball towards them almost call 5-4-1.
Okay.
Defenders 5, midfield 4, and one attacker. And you have to break the midfield block of 4, and then before you break the defensive line of 5.
Okay.
And the Etienne said, "O stretch your man unya wom, o the family de unya wom." And the first half no, na England ekita 0.09 expected goals in the first half.
Okay.
Almost deny several times. I went in for ball and ran away for 18. Hunter, now Tuchel have time changes. You call half time in the Bayern. And na Tuchel ebe Bukayo Saka and Eberechi as a band. The idea was one. Eberechi had to create the kind of spaces are here being creative our midfield. Was saying that small who's making exploited.
Okay.
Bukayo Saka to stretch that 5 back. No spaces are better central area. Hurricane is a good header.
Okay.
Abranti Afen in a Jude Bellingham is very deadly when he move forward. It's a cross in the bar. A bit here, Juananta. Bukayo Saka bar about 5 crosses or making 2 key passes. And those key passes, and are resulting in 2 shots on target for England.
Okay.
And Thomas Tuchel, a system of Sasani in the second half, Ebua game the Pananta, the high press breakthrough. On him said, England for a goes we almost sharing as a result of almost high press and almost pressure on my friend Norway for.
Okay.
Almost Norway for no M pop on it back. Send your bay almost for Bongo because at that point in time, England were chasing the game and then they were pushing much more players forward. Okay. So when you are pushing players forward, that means the over high line. High line is also the first for us. And the almost say almost pressing Norway for to make mistakes in their transitions.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, Goa Elliot Anderson set it up. Emma Baya England for Edeshe go no. It was as a result of goalkeeper I am pressing. Occurrence or uncle and Elliot Anderson in your born a pound say a cover go by. And then the Morgan Rogers set up for Jude Bellingham and last go on extra time no is as a result of more opening Nana because like a stretch of them and nobody from Munaga say. And the Thomas Tuchel Saturday the game no. He was the decider because he realized that there be no way for the structure and
okay.
So what do we do? Let's make sure that we are throwing more men forward. You're making sure that made mistake in their transition. And the 2 goals are on my friend England was a transition error from Norway.
Okay.
In the answer, and then American in a game where the margins are small,
that's
it
right.
is decided by tactical heads. And then another Saturday, on my friend England and Thomas Tuchel did very well.
That's right.
And then Omutimi in your winner grande. And Solot, one can't just Solot to say.
Do you know about to go next?
I'm about to go. Yeah.
Solot.
Yeah, torn in advance.
Motor wine. Next season, 1 airborne 9.
Next season, graduate no said that one.
I wonder what to become. Next season, that will be Brem. Solot. Pass a bonny and question.
Hunter. One of the risks involved in playing 2 center forwards at the same time, no.
Obiape
and on so Shebi.
And on also Shebi. And who was a bit Abwashe. If you answer, there are some petty individual decisions on the field of player and impact game. And no come and now my friend Norway, if you want that, any which were Norway in their first ever World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Oh my idea. LA Haaland, Ebae, Obesho Sampoe, one of the best strikers in the world. And why idea pa? Congratulations to Norway. Oh my idea. England just granted the results through a tactical-minded manager. Thomas Tuchel, Scaloni were Juma.
Oh, Juma. Ha! When we good man, we good.
Thomas Tuchel, Scaloni were Juma. If Scaloni is able to beat Papa Efren with Thomas Tuchel, then we can also have a conversation about Scaloni.
Okay.
Congratulations to England.
versus Belgium. And the boss and attack before the game near Dinko said Rudy Garcia before Belgium team no why Juma pa 19 matches no lose back and the last 18 matches are now Olusu game. Now that game will lose and the first game as a coach Dima Belgium. And out of that 18 matches now Osha average go and 3 goals per game averagely. Meaning say Belgium for the Shepa and not Spain in so a World Cup 5 matches without conceding. And team are not above 1 shot, touch more goals in the tournament. One of the teams has more goals in the tournament with France and Belgium. Into now goals no money shepa. Into the question was almost to make breaking the deadlock of Spain. Team friend is Spain and they did it. And Usha said and that game no corner. It was a tactical chase with both coaches, Papa Evan, Rudy Garcia, and De La Fuente. Obia de adwumani eden eto bet Papa Evan De La Fuente kire say adwuma no mache wom and madwimu do pa players and Mikita so betima adwuma hanti ewie game na 68% ball possession for Spain with 32 at the Belgium, 17 shots, 8 on target at the Spain, 5 shots, 2 on target at the team my friend Belgium. 2 big chances for Spain, almost one big chance for Belgium, almost so 1.96 expected goals for team my friend Spain and 0.36 expected goals for Belgium. There's a Bibia Koye at the Spain. Completed 598 passes out of 664. That is 90% passing accuracy. And then Belgium and so on completed 243 passes out of 312, 78% passing accuracy. Nese ewo form kra. And enter Okoma formation and have no position of their structures. Papa De La Fuente Ekomu with ni say or call build out. In the build-up structure, now 4-2-4. That is Niana Arsenal, Mikel Arteta able for Arsenal, the same formation. And I'm planning the core. And with this formation, or making sure that the fullbacks are inverted players. And then also Rodri able to me drop it between the center back, that is Kubasi, enough in Laporte. That now Oma the 3-man base. Say almost a defender. That is how Papa De La Fuente Ekono. And then Oma Danny Olmo operate as the link between and as operate between the defensive line of Belgium. And on the pocket spaces are Ewomunyana or Bepeke. And on of fast striking the attack at the Spain. And the Papa De La Fuente the setup or the Rudy Garcia so echo defensive block. And that defensive block anytime you're almost out of possession, or call it 5-4-1. And that's a compact 4-4-2. That is and a Papa friend Rudy Garcia and so according to team your friend say Belgium into making sure blocking all the central passing lanes for Spain. And when himself Spain is the Uja that central spaces in the manual was so be shepa into making sure of the quanta the tactical breakdown and Kasa and Uroma the right flank overload. On him says, how can you find first one at the most team friend Spain and Laminiama and Pedro Polo and a good home. Now Pedro Polo. I thought I'm going home. Yes. Okay. I'm not good. What him say? Me go on. What him say? I'm him say over Argentina. And maybe I come. Never do him say. The way Tiano. Never saw ya Argentina player. I never saw Argentina. And anta. Ajeba kwa omuye o ni first one say. Now omu interchange ubon say Lamine Yamal to me come as inverted no akwa midfielders no akwa as a typical winger meaning the position na omo switch na no ema di kaifa ehun ni say ema no mistake min ko take we Lamine na say odi na chi wuramu a meaning say wa bigger space at all Ama branch of the Pedro Poro. Into all the time, no, as the decisions, had a defensive line of team, your friend Belgium, because almost 4 back. Then South 4 back say, if you want to now confuse near, meaning that there will be a space on the left side, Edema team, your friend Belgium, into a Maninia Jumapa, and then the central structure adjustment. Hunter. In the first half, not Spain ever born it, but that attack and said that you too much, because now in fifth no as the central pass no enko, and in the Ebayan or ye Alex Bina, Eddie Nifimu, Eddie Fran Torres, Ebay, and our sons to a branch of Fabian Ruse, Eddie Pedri, Ebeshemu. Now, Amo Ebayan, Pedri, anyway, a branch of Rodri. Ever for me as a double pivot, and then also a bunch of Ferran Torres, and so no one man as a winger or making shots or the Baba infield inverted player in the or wing what but any 10 years payment or drafted at the back. Now, so if you are there a mark mark. And so no a free traditional winger. Injina on more left back one view. Meaning say obedani a winger at the Spain. When you overload the team, your friend Belgium for no. Inti eno ene to me a boy omu to me the more men attack team, your friend Belgium. Enya born and then Belgium isolation and I say isolated counter threat. Now only say Belgium for on board Charlie Catalia as a false line. And all the time not only drop it from the position no abem fifini no aba for board the call nti eno no ema Spain defenders no move out of their position nti eno na boy all by defenders ni follow ni up cross efika Timothy Castagne oba ya onya kwan de ni ti premier since then omanya adwuma bi anya wo bio and then also a brighter na ono ni initiate attack transition no edema team friend Belgium Doku enti Doku omunya ball ni pani ahwe Doku ni pega ball na ma no ase transition na ase dia won't we onim ni pace ni dribble ni no ona no many does because na Belgium there on low block and matter Spain for no ni said ye jab branch no kwai aso be hye enti almost stop here almost stop no na ma attack a Belgium for you ni nyina no ye dey isolated enti that their counter press ni nyina no became isolated because a branch friend Doku ni ache no enti no amo and the decisive turning point aye mna tobot koto a epraye empra no praye no say short Lamine Yamal boy save we ye no wantumi anto game ni sibio enjoy the 71st minute a branch friend sending lemons share na nine in the same lemons by na Spain for who ni said keeper ya be yen try ni hwe into a long range shot in a normal ball so there was a long strike from a branch friend Kubasi in a buy no one so much and a appointed to one is there say obi to baby and appointed to one man Mikel Merino another decider on no be decided against we Portugal in the round of 16
was shot 3 goals at the American will walk out ni nyina ye decide
even Omoji Euros
na make
decide the last goal against England on no be ni enim so ye kwa extra time when oba man no be decide goal no enti Mikel Merino buy no or ye the follow up on that short branch FN Kubasi boy and keeper ni Kuba ya fe and up tapu two decide game tianta the game no went to war for team your friend Spain now Adeba Kuni said, "Na omo wini a quarter final game da. Omo wini and the omo room in a semi-final. The last time I Spain room in the semi-finals was 2010. Omo kwaji. Inti na meaning said the only time omo wini a quarter final game was 2010. In the lifetime of Spain, omo World Cup. No, we wini bako pe. And no ade kwaji. Inti ne no ma qualified to the semi-finals. Omo ni team your friend in France na Ekwanta. That game ni do one ye beka ho ase
ma be da say kwajo nyame shira papa reporter ba ni kirema Francisco Trincao Ali of Saudi Arabia o ma sign no e free sporting CP ai akure ko pesika Francisco Trincao ba wo boy pa ko Saudi Arabia $45 million eno the fee plus $5 million add-ons. That's $50 million. And omutia we dollars.
Euros na be 40 something million euros.
Yes. B. Abiradi wayanko.
Hunter.
Yanko.
I come to you with another expose. Alleged allegation.
Yachi obi on.
Yanchi obi ya.
Yanko.
Now Hunter. Over the weekend, now Neyemi Diggins as usual. I prepare for Monday, and I'm the Nico Boss story.
Okay.
Now story no FIFA and AFA. FIFA Federation of International Football Association.
Okay.
AFA Argentine Football Association.
Okay.
Now journalists be of France or your investigative journalists.
Okay.
Your fellow Romain Molina.
Okay.
And the expose about Bontin say. There are allegations at one level against FIFA and the Argentine Football Association. Now, allegations are about one, financial misconduct, two, institutional corruption, and three, systemic cover-ups involving the AFA and FIFA. This is the man. Investigative journalist.
Osakwali wo you from hapa
Anas mo type of journalism.
Okay.
Now Hunter on 10 July year twemu ya na audits and about bonting concerning this expose. And he said he had number 12 expose about. When so releasing it here.
Okay.
Between FIFA and onim the caption. The mafia in Argentine football.
The mafia in Argentine football. The caption or the ban no. Anas the na yeden.
Number 12.
Number 12. Okay.
Now, Hunter. Now, the mafia of Argentine football, Hunter said it here. Now, the report targeted how millions of dollars from Argentina's 2022 World Cup earnings. Ekofa account bia ensese ekofa mu. Counter company bia meboni in my subsequent submissions no. Ebeba say there is a company mabo hon last week concerning the FBI.
Okay.
A probe into the Argentine Football Association.
Okay.
That company now sent you. Hey. Now, the core component of the whole exposition in now diversion of World Cup prize money. And here one. Now the Shell company. Now Molino claims say just 9 days before the 2022 World Cup finals.
2022
Qatar
Argentina. Okay.
Just 9 days. And 9 days you know equal see game Netherlands any Argentina boy
no. Netherlands Argentina. As a koye say 3-3 or say 4-4 2-2 goals extra time goals be cry PPM brain.
Now the referee on that day was Antonio Matthew Lahos.
Yeah. Okay.
Good one day. Yes it.
And almost 13 yellow cards
Now the Argentine Football Association has signed a contract LCD 30% of the global tournament earnings to a company US.
30% sika Argentina benya our World Cup mu no. Or the 30% come go company bi ayim eno mo sign contract account to so monfa.
Na anja
yankwe.
For you to understand no nim sika no 30% no wasn't transferred by Argentina Football Association. It was transferred allegedly by FIFA.
Okay.
So what you say? I don't know raising red flags no. Now the sales can called Florida based company Airtor Pro Enter LLC. And I'm the bohungu. Say, Sikabia free Argentina. I'm distributed to American banks.
Okay.
Some go for a discriminating scam.
Okay.
And yes, allegedly FIFA. Each year, 30% of Argentina World Cup win earnings, you know. Eko to company we our US.
I was the Football Federation account to me the Sikano Koto.
So that is the red flags are already and hunter. And how Argentina best spend your World Cup earnings there.
And can for FIFA
and for Biahu. But baby as the cannot 30% Coco fire na raise issues.
Okay.
Now hunter
Ejuma bay ana FIFA yama Argentina entia ese FIFA G Argentina sika no 30% no mo de koto baby adwuma bay na FIFA yama Argentina yanko animu
hunter now direct FIFA payments no he like this say FIFA bypass Argentina official account the affairs official account each year $42 million of Argentina total earnings be $300 million. So we know Qatar World Cup including commercial deals and advertising everything. No, emu $42 million. Eko copies Airtor Pro Enter LCC for no.
Okay.
FIFA for bypassing the official account of the AFA.
Okay.
And this can go to our account.
Okay.
And the 30% of the money in there that $42 million a copy different account instead of Argentina for official World Cup and I say FA account on a normal day or says can go to lack of football in a aspirations only say near Emma 7 serious and say sir pro enter no any contact be with Argentina say yeah footballing and
business
be a moment here also says can come but you see here no South Pro Enter it was established about 6 months before the World Cup 2022 by an Argentine theater producer and the wife.
Wow.
And it means say South Pro Enter LLC company na Florida Miami now transfers can come allegedly no and yet US based company owned by US for
Argentina
Nibia or theater producer a movie producer and then and 6 months to the World Cup 2022 a created to
wow the thing is making sense now
so what I say and say allegedly no Argentina
link it to World Cup no
link it to World Cup and then they actually created a third-party account
okay
send here by yentimin tracy financial irregularities and hunter you say says can I quarter sa account no some members of FIFA and some members of Argentine Football Federation on bank's records no mako bank of Dominic Kebia or account all of a sudden started by at all luxury properties yachts private jets yes all of a sudden because of SARS Canoma Tracy every FIFA SARS Canoma Argentina 30% of World Cup earnings in 2022 FIFA bypassing Argentina Football Association official account Echo TS can to a different account a link to the Argentina Football Federation US our company in Argentina Football Association any football related business in here say this says can Echo to account now two institutional lack of oversight now you say auditing failures you say Molina Croya claim say some financial irregularities FIFA form penny for the bidding but omo woman ni go so anytime you about Argentina Football Association by audit on paper all the FIFA and bodies are football related they are in the FIFA every year FIFA audit including GFA and every year but 2022 after World Cup auditing some financial irregularities according to this journalist or see FIFA form penny for now meaning that there is something the FIFA inside of FIFA and they know and after close leadership ties you see according to Papa investigation we should find it out there FIFA members of FIFA legal team no omni comable close relationship and they are still be free and South America especially Argentina because including Argentina Football Association they don't care all the assembly got one say who individual na the afa na ekwa the organization enkobe now suppression of abuse enquiries on him say beyond money beyond financial regularities me show so be at here you see years back there was an issue na involve papa friend Diego Guachi no Argentina man under 17 for a coach now I'm reporting is papa is abusing and Quran sexually evidence formal complaints evidence say 5 minors players in Quran bi papa ni on nsake come kwan bone so anta you see the assembly ko to FIFA for bo assembly gui eka say the assembly lack basis insufficient evidence into assembly mbo to gui but Molina say Argentina papa ni Argentina for no kwani for nim say assembly no kre and they know they've received official complaints from parents mama be fi am identify sir you say assembly be sin there papa no due to the close ties between the Argentina Football Association and the legal team of FIFA because assembly say nanka FIFA and nanka say eka na hunter current contest and then the whole issue say that me manati I'm not for that say the issue we are talking about is different from the FBI issue and different from the tax evasion issues and Argentina where a third one Argentina Football Association
and go for kwa na omoje quite
and the other say yes, Argentine Football Association they are under serious investigation. One, tax evasion in Argentina, took it up your court. Again, FBI investigation to 300 million baby, and then when so allegedly Molina and so the another exposure to way involving FIFA 2022 World Cup and the Argentine Football Association diversion of money being in SMB
of course,
and then also the legal aspects FIFA form penny for the legal committee of FIFA any afa for no anyankofa you dey asem kwato wa ya about indianta se si ade en koma
na kire se be di ense ho
ai be di ense ho abusu atop ye tafre indianta now FIFA is yet to comment, AFA is yet to comment. And when the alleged allegations are France investigative journalist Romain Ediaba, Romain Molina Ediaba, and we live to see what will happen next on this issue. Thank you.
Issues mi ansana fa Argentina hono. Ni nyina di akire mame. Update bi a bebe bia update bi.
And when you say
ese achi obi tum.